Hi and welcome to our video today. So imagine this, you're a diabetic and you can't feel your feet and the nails on your big toes keep getting bigger and bigger and thicker, but you don't feel any pain because you can't feel your feet. So what happens is as the shoes press on the nails from above and you've got the skin underneath, the skin eventually is going to break open. And that's what you're going to see with our patient today. She had no idea that she had a wound under her nail. Now, it's a small wound and it's pretty superficial, so it's going to heal up with no problem. But for a brittle diabetic, this could be the beginning of the end of the leg. If that wound got infected and the infection spread up the leg, they could lose the leg. So you wonder sometimes why we have to thin out those nails. This is the reason. So she's a lovely lady, and I hope you enjoy our video today. All right, so your dermatologist had put you on the Lamisil
My
pills.
regular doctor.
Oh, your regular
Yep.
doctor, okay. And you feel like the new nail coming in
It looks a little bit later.
looks a little bit better. Okay, because the last time we met you had just started it, and that was in August, so
Yep.
about 8 months ago.
Yep.
Okay.
And then,
So yeah, you should start to see that the new nail coming in from under the cuticle
Yep.
is a little bit thinner and clearer.
and I've been using the fungal spray as well
In your shoes?
in my shoes and my slippers.
Wonderful.
And my husband's been doing it too.
Good. So you're not going to pass it to each other.
Well, he was on it too.
He was on the Lamisil?
Yes.
Okay.
And he's noticed the difference.
Good. Good. Yeah, so, it's a one-time 3-month dose. And, down the road, if it looks like it's starting to go backwards, you can do like a one month dose of the medicine without
Okay.
having to do a lot of blood work or anything.
Okay.
So, yeah, just keep that in mind.
But I don't notice the thickness ain't as bad.
Okay.
I mean, maybe it's just me.
I'd have to go back and look at your before pictures.
Good. True.
So you got the full-time position now, and are
Yep.
you mostly standing in one place then?
Well, I have to move around quite a bit because I have to unload the carts.
Okay.
And then,
And you said that they have the anti-fatigue mats at the cashier
Yes.
stations?
except my foot's as big as the mat.
Your foot is as big as the mat?
Yes.
You're funny.
Yeah.
Well, that kind of defeats the purpose.
But at
Well,
least
no,
it's,
I mean, it's
it
something.
helps.
Right.
It helps.
At least it's something.
I see a lot of your videos still.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm all of a sudden on Facebook. Oh, there she is.
Yeah, my behind-the-scenes guy has been putting a bunch of shorts up on TikTok and Facebook and Instagram and stuff. Because we're making zero money, pretty much, from YouTube.
Oh,
So they're just kind of showing up everywhere now. I see them on my feeds, too. But that's not why I do it. I don't do it for the bucks. I really, I say when people stop commenting that the video was useful in helping them take care of a parent or a sibling,
mhm.
or, then I'll stop doing them.
I see some of them are really intense.
Yeah. Alright, and you have a wound under this nail because it got too thick.
Oh,
Yeah. So if you look here, you can see that right there.
Oh.
I can put this under the skin.
ouch.
Yeah. So
Maybe that's why my toe has been sore.
oh, absolutely. It could cause pain. So that's why we try to get you in a little more often, so that you don't end up with an open sore here
So, what, because of the toe thickness, is that what happened?
because of the nail thickness, yeah.
Oh, I've never had that happen. But could that be from just standing?
No, it's just from the thickness of the nail pushing against the skin underneath.
Okay,
And so that's one of the main reasons that we can't let him get so thick.
okay. That's the first time that's happened.
So, I mean, it's not infected or anything, so what I'm gonna have you do is just put some Neosporin or bacitracin or, you know, any generic topical antibiotic on it with a Band-Aid.
Okay,
Just for the, you know, like the rest of the week maybe.
okay,
Now, let's talk about signs of infection, all right? In which case I want to hear right back from you.
okay,
If it starts to get red or swollen or more painful instead of less painful,
okay,
if it starts to drain something other than clear fluid,
okay,
or if it starts to get stinky, I want to hear from you right away,
okay,
because that could mean that it's getting infected.
okay,
Okay, so I'll put a little antibiotic and a Band-Aid on it before
Okay.
you leave.
okay. I believe I have some at home.
Yeah, so any triple antibiotic is good. Because it's not infected now, and these heal up pretty quickly. So instead of 8 months, why don't we get you back in 3 months for your next appointment so we can keep that nail thinner. So we don't end up back here with a wound.
Okay. How do I say it? The joys of having thick toenails.
Exactly. Well, that's what you got me for.
A good doctor.
Oh, thanks. Oops. Wasn't that the name of a TV show? The
Good.
Doctor?
Yeah. Yep. I used to watch it.
You know what was funny is when it came out on, I think it was ABC, I had already seen the whole series because it was a Korean show
Oh.
before it was an American show.
Oh wow.
And I had watched all the seasons of the Korean show on Netflix, and then it showed up on American TV, which was kind of weird.
That's that one that was autistic, right?
Right.
Yep.
At least in the Korean one, though, the part about it I didn't like. I mean, it was a good show. But they kept working under the premise that his autism could get better.
Oh. That's interesting.
Instead of meeting him where he was, you know? And you know that that's a fallacy.
Oh yeah.
So I never watched the American one, although I liked the actor who was in it.
What's his name?
I don't remember, but he was the one who was in the series they made of Psycho.
Oh, okay. Do you notice the thickness any difference or not?
You know, since it's been 8 months, I have to be really honest with you, I don't remember.
Okay.
But if I can get you back in 3 months, you know, the nail back here does look better than the nail up here,
Okay.
but I don't remember if it's always been that way.
Okay.
Now, when your doctor put you on the 3 months of the Lamisil pills, did they do blood work?
Yes. At the
Okay.
beginning, yes.
Okay, good. Because too often I hear people not getting blood work before or during.
Yeah, they did, and they said everything was fine.
Okay. to go wide? If his new patient is here, you can go wide and I can kind of crop it in the in editing if you need to go.
Okay.
And just turn the little viewfinder toward me. Okay. A little closer than that, just maybe 1 foot.
Just do the 1 foot at a time?
Yeah. It's the problem with your assistant doing the videoing. Great, okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
So have you been here about 20 years, some years?
Been in this location for 30 years.
Oh, 30 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, yeah.
Well, my husband's trying to help, does still help me cut them.
Yeah. But the problem is, I mean, they're short enough, but they're still just way too thick.
Yep,
And that's the concern.
yep. What location were you at before this one?
We were in a little, when I bought the practice, it was in a little fourplex that was on Winnetka and Medicine Lake Road,
Okay.
right next to the cemetery there.
Oh, okay. Over by CVS.
Yeah,
Okay.
which wasn't there at the time.
Yeah, Good Samaritan is over there.
Yes, the block west.
Yep, that's where my sister lives.
Your sister's in a nursing home?
Yes, unfortunately. Ow. Yeah, her diabetes got out of control. Way out of control. She was not managing it. She would fall, her sugar level would tank. Yeah. So they thought it was in their best interest to remove that.
She the youngest one on her floor?
More or less, yes.
And, you know, as nursing homes go, that's a nice one.
Yeah,
It doesn't smell. They keep it up nicely.
well, I wanted my mom in it, and before she was in the one location, and one of the social workers gave her a bad, reference, and they wouldn't take her,
Really?
which was really bad.
What do you mean a bad reference to a
They
nursing
basically
home?
said, oh, she's out of control, she's on this medicine, that medicine, and they basically, yeah, that's basically what they said, and it wasn't even true.
That's weird.
Yeah, it kind of made me, because I wanted her closer
Yeah.
to the house, but,
That's all you need.
okay.
Well, I didn't know that a social worker could.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so,
All right. So change this once a day or after you bathe or shower.
okay,
Okay. And then let's make your next appointment in 3 months.
okay.
And
How's everything?
that looks good. I'll get that when the camera's off. All right. Well, thank you for letting us video.
Yep.
All right.